So peace, YouTube world, zayloc23, you already know, man, coming at y'all with another video, man. You gotta get this wisdom, you gotta get this knowledge, you gotta get this divine understanding. Sitting here cooling with my brother, Chris, you know what I'm saying? Definitely wanted to invite him on the channel, you know, definitely trying to feed the planet with consciousness. We gotta raise the vibration and just grow in wisdom, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's a good brother. He does like a lot of waterfall meditations, him and his queen. And maybe do you just want to speak on the significance of just being in nature, would you say?
Well, you know, we are nature. You know, we are a piece of nature that needs to be acknowledged. So we like to do meditations and things in nature, so that people realize that we're just a borrowed piece of nature. So you gotta understand that when you die, your body turns back into dust. It shows you that you are just borrowing nature. Life is what's in you. Right? Life isn't all things that are created.
That's why I brought him on the channel, really. Listen to it, yeah.
But, you know, the body is just nature, right? It's borrowed, it's temporary, you know. But the life part of it is what's inside of you, is what's running the shell, you know. So we like to bring people back in tune with their nature, because we've been living in a real, like, institutionalized, you know, way of living, a very programmed way of living, that most people look at their clothes like they are their clothes. They look at their house like they're their house, their car like they're their car, and none of these things are actually a part of your nature. So it confuses people on what real nature is, what human nature is, and it throws them off. That's why a lot of people suffer. There's depression, there's anxiety. You know, that spurs from people putting their mind on things that aren't themselves.
Right, right.
So we like to get back to nature, so that it's more of like a metaphor for the mind. You know, when you get in nature, you start to realize this feels like me. You know?
Yeah, and actually, like, it's even like benefits, like you just walk, you know, barefoot, or, you know, especially like with me, like when it comes to growing food and gardening and stuff like that, like that's my meditation, and just connecting with nature, you know. And I feel like that's really what we have to do. We definitely gotta. So like, what would you say? You know, I know you're sitting here eating a salad. You know what I'm saying? A real nice salad right now. I just got finished eating a kale wrap. To Silly's Raw Reality in Atlanta. Vibe there if you haven't. This is Lovely Live. Vibe here if you haven't. So like, what would you say is the emphasis that we should put on, like, what do we feed, as you said, our shell? Like, what do you think we should feed our shell? Like, and why do you think we should go for the highest of quality? Well, first, what do you think we should be eating? First, let's start there. What would you think?
Well, first, when it comes to eating, you know, we're talking about consumption, right? When it comes to diet, we're just not talking about food. So when people come to me and they say, what should my diet be? I have to first say, you do know you consume more than food, right?
True, true.
What most people's problem is not food. It's the frequencies of, like, the music that they take in. That's a large part of it. Anything that the body takes in is called consumption, right? So your diet, you have to look at everything coming into you. The quality of air, the quality of light, the quality of the waves and the frequencies of the music that you take in. Those are the things that sit on it. You could be a raw vegan, you know, eat straight salads all day long. But if you listen to nothing but trap music, and, you know, that's when you wake up in the morning, that's what triggers your expression in your life. You know what I mean? So if you want to take in, if you want to adjust your diet, you got to fix not just the food that you take in, then you got to fix the frequencies, the waves, the energies that you're taking in. Anything that you consume, you want to adjust that first. So before you adjust it, you want to detox from all the stuff you've been doing. How do you detox from it? Like with sounds. If you listen to straight music that is making you a violent, angry, aggressive person, you have to detox with alternative frequencies and waves, binary beats, solfeggios. These things chants. These things empty the mind of all of that negativity and allow a void, a space for you not to fill it with the right vibes, the jazz music, the binary beats, like I was saying, the solfeggios, the sound bowls, the resonance healing.
And matter of fact, even just how you're building on that, like, I've even seen like it's like a certain frequency, like say like Nuck If You Buck or something like that. Like certain frequency is played in a certain area, and it evokes energies of just like, okay, you know what I'm saying, like I have to fight, or you know what I'm saying, it's just like a rage kind of energy. So I totally understand, you know, what you're saying, like when it comes to music emitting a certain vibration, and you know, whether you're conscious of it or not, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So also I do want to ask, you know what I'm saying, since you do the waterfall meditations, and people do ask me like, Zay, like how do you meditate? Like what do you recommend, you know, how to meditate, or what is meditation? So what would you say, like what is meditation, and how would you want someone else to meditate or suggest for them to meditate?
Well, you know, meditation ultimately is just the ability to end your own personal suffering as a means of ending world suffering. So meditation, if done right, ends suffering, correct? Now, what is suffering? What is causing suffering is what determines how you meditate, right?
Okay, gotcha.
For most people, what causes suffering is any form of expectation.
Right, gotcha.
Expectation is the catalyst for all suffering. There are scientists now who actually, it's a true story, who've actually come up with a mathematical equation for suffering. They just took expectation, multiplied it, subtracted it, and they ended up with how much suffering you got. But there's always expectation at the end of the day. Expectation comes from putting emphasis on things that aren't you, right? Your mind is in the future, or your mind is stuck in the past, or your mind is on somebody else, right? And you have expectation in this person now, and they walk away, and you all messed up because you put too much expectation into it. Meditation is to take away that and allow you to realize that you are everything. There's no love, peace, and joy inside of your relationship. There's no love, peace, and joy in the clothes that you have. There's no love, peace, and joy in your job. There's no love, peace, and joy in your family. They don't exist there, right? That's putting expectation on them to have those things. You have to realize that you feel love. It comes from you.
Right.
It bounces off of things and it comes back to you. Therefore, if I want love, I'm not going to go on vacation to find love. I'm going to pack love in my bag and then go on vacation. Right? It's going to be there whether I look for it or not, because I'm the love.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're meditating, you're taking yourself and you're bringing yourself back into the present moment.
True. So yeah, the next topic, definitely because the Bible, I guess, is the most distributed spiritual work in America. We can definitely say that for America for sure. It's like the higher in consciousness you come, you start reading it differently. If you do read, and in the New Testament, it speaks of Christ. So a lot of times people, they go towards Christ in a religious perspective. So maybe, I guess I want you to maybe explain, like, what do you think Christ consciousness is, and what is the epitome or the meaning that you think we were supposed to comprehend from Christ in the New Testament?
I think it's better to always listen to the message instead of the actions of a messenger. You know, if somebody tells you something outright, it's better to look into that than to try to make metaphors about what they did. Christ consciousness, I more so look at it as a mass consciousness. Once that all of humanity has the ability to connect all together and elevate in consciousness together, I believe that is a form of Christ consciousness. Do I think that is a religious thing? I mean, first, the word religious, you know, I don't think people really know what that means.
Right.
I think, you know, anything you do a lot of is your religion. You're doing it religiously. Your religion, right? Your belief is something different than your religion. What you do the most of is what you do religiously.
Right.
That's your religion. Your belief system is basically saying, I don't know I don't know. Belief literally means I don't know. Right? Because if you knew, you wouldn't believe anymore. Once you know, you can't believe anything that you know. Right? With Christ consciousness, that was somebody telling you, and that just wasn't, you know, Isa or Jesus, whatever you want to call him, right? That just wasn't him. It was multiple beings, like you were saying, throughout history. You know, the Buddhas, you know, the Zoroasters. You know, there were millions of religions before Christianity. And they all said the same thing, that you can ascend and be an ascended master. You can take your consciousness and ascend and gain enlightenment. And you will be the Christ. You will be the Buddha. That's what everybody was saying. I don't like to speak on that. I talk to you about it. I like to talk to people about religion. Because once you bring religion into it, it brings their moral value, their upbringing, their traditional background into it, and it gets lost in all this other context of, you know, from what it really is, from what the point of it is to end suffering. You want to do anything for that. That's the point of it all. You want your family to be happy. You want to be happy. You want to have joy. You want to have love. So what people are doing is they're saying, I can't have it here. It's in heaven. When I die, I get over there on that side. You know what I mean? It's definitely not here. And we gotta stop doing that, right?
I know a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying, be like, Zay, like how exactly, you know, like I know I'm coming into this consciousness journey. I know I'm coming into my spiritual self, my higher self, my God self. Where I guess like society around me, the family around me, they don't understand, you know what I'm saying, you know, while I'm sitting here, you know, eating fruits, or how come I'm making smoothies first thing in the morning, or I'm brewing some tea in the morning, like, what in the world are you doing, you know what I'm saying, like, you need to get that sugar out and get that Kool-Aid going, or something like that, you know what I'm saying, like, I already know it's like, a lot of people, they ask me that, and I know definitely from my experience, you know, and also, you know, the virgin here, he has his own experience. Maybe you can speak on like how exactly do you still maintain the spiritual consciousness amidst of those who may be asleep or may not see where you're vibrating, but you can see where they're vibrating at. You understand? So like, what's maybe some tips?
You have to be really honest about it. For one, you gotta cut some people off.
Being real.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's gonna waste a lot of your time.
Real talk.
Right?
True.
It's like I'm sitting here with a salad and everybody has a pork chop in their plate. Like I was saying earlier, am I stupid or are they stupid? I got a salad, so I am thinking about them like, man, y'all are stupid. Y'all have pork chop in your plate. What are y'all doing? You know, even though last week I was eating pork chop. That's why we're at the same table. Because last week we were the same. Now I became a circle and a bunch of square pegs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fitting in anymore. But I'm looking at them like y'all should have circles and not squares anymore. And then they're looking at me like, nah, you stupid. And they're right. Because I'm sitting with them. If that makes sense. I'm still at this table. I have not removed myself from this table and went to the table with people eating salads like myself. So I'm done. You know? The best way to change anybody is you can't change anybody. You can only change yourself. You find you a space where there is nobody, and you become yourself. And you become the image of the world that you want to see. And the people who really want to be in your world, they'll start changing. And what happens eventually is you'll change somebody close to them. They'll change that person. And then that person will change somebody close to them. And then this chain effect happens. But you didn't really try to do it. You just became yourself, and you shine so bright that you brought light to the darkness. But if you're in the darkness wondering why anybody got no matches, it's your fault. You know, me personally, you know, the family probably watching this, I don't talk to them. Truthfully, I don't call people. I don't do that. There's a difference between family and tribe. True. You know, my tribe is always around. I don't gotta call them. They're gonna be where I'm gonna be anyway. You know what I mean?
Because we all on the same, you know,
same wavelength. If I bump into you, just because you are in the same wavelength. You know? And everybody else gotta make an appointment. You know what I mean? Until they get on the wavelength and they just show up where I'm at. Because they know where I'm at is where you need to be. To be me, you know?
True.
The honest answer with that, honestly, you gotta be honest about it, is that you have to make hard decisions and cut people off that you really love that are close to you. Until you grow into your full blossom. And then once you do that, you still don't want to start trying to go back around. You want to just shine at that point.
I mean, because like even just from my experience, it's just like, you know, sometimes you have to feed people with like a elongated spoon. It's not saying you don't love them, but you just gotta love them in a particular way. And you really, and just kind of like how the brother was speaking earlier, you know, on just the food that we intake. Not only just food, but also, you know what I'm saying, the people, music, different things, just anything that you consume. So the relations, the human relations, you also consume that as well too. So even if it is bloodline, it's family, it's you know, and close friends that you grew up with, childhood friends, years, like, you know, like you really just gotta see what you're consuming. And also too, just from my own experience, whatever you're walking, I feel like naturally, whoever is meant, it's like what's that saying? When the teacher is ready, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. When the student is ready, the teacher will come. So even if you're just walking in your liberty, random people might just, yo, I like the way that you're walking. Give me some books, give me some documentaries, give me some insight, and they'll come. You know what I'm saying? So just keep walking your life.
That's your tribe.
Okay. Alright, so YouTube world, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. My brother Chris, you know what I'm saying? You can reach him at
The Fallbackup on Twitter and Instagram. That's at thefallbackup at The Fallbackup.
True. And I'm gonna make sure I put it on the screen for y'all so y'all can definitely know that, and I'm gonna put it in the description so y'all cannot miss that. So I appreciate y'all, man, and just keep walking in your path, man, and know that it's a lot of kindred spirits, a lot of kindred beings that perceive reality or can interpret reality in the same wavelength that you do as well. You know what I'm saying? We're all on this walk together, you know?
Yeah, so much love. And can I say this? Sure. When you follow me at The Fallbackup, we do box subscriptions. They're called meditation boxes because we teach meditation to people. So if you want to subscribe to our boxes, you get crystals, wraps, cluster wraps, chains, necklaces, sage, Palo Santo. You get all these things monthly. So if you want that, you know, just hit me up and DM me, and we'll make that happen for you.
Definitely. It's very wise to start entrepreneurships, my people, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So definitely hit him up, man. He a good brother. Definitely inspires me, man. And just know your tribe, man. Vibe with your tribe and build, man. So I appreciate y'all all the time, every time. zayloc23, my brother Chris. Signing out. Bless.
Do it, yeah, yeah, yeah.